I think you already guessed it, it's repotting time. And today we will be repotting 2 small dendrobiums. First one is Dendrobium harveyanum. It is growing a new growth, and as I said in the a bit of everything video lately, the good, bad and the ugly, roots will soon start, and there they are. So it's time for a repot. And my Dendrobium Nora Tokenaga crossed with aberrans and crossed back to aberrans. So in fact it's an aberrans. It has a nice new growth. It's pushing on. It has a great root system. It just needs a bigger pot. They will stay in the same medium. Well, I will refresh the medium, but it's the same medium as they are in now. So that's great. Let's unpot. There's the tag. And it's coming out very, very easily. I knew it would. I'm not going to go all mad on the root system. Stake out. These little stones will go back in it. It seems to like it. It has a few old papery roots. Some moss there. So let's fiddle around it a little bit to see what comes off and what doesn't. And there's a nice looking root system. There are some old papery roots. I got a size bigger pot, but I will put it in the same small spot because, well, I think that's a better fit than a bigger pot. Well, could work. Well, to be decided yet. Yes, nice new roots are coming. So that was stuck in there. Well, and this one really will get a bigger pot because, well, dendrobiums like it, but it's quite jammed in there. Oh, there's a little string to hold it back. One moment. Yes, there we go. This one has more bad roots than the other. Well, bad root, old roots. Especially here in the middle, as you can see. There was a tiny bit of moss in there. So it's gonna get pure bark now. Look at that, all the roots on the inside are gone. I might have waited a bit too long to repot it. But well, yeah, busy life, you know. So let's take a better scissors. So the roots here in the middle, they just can go. They are old, tatty. A bit mushy even. Just get the old dead roots out. It's a branching root system, so chopping some tips off isn't a problem. It will branch. That's a good root. Let's see if the new root growth is already starting its roots. I think it has not. No, not yet. Almost, probably. Just one growth. No, last year it had more growths, new growths. Like so. Chop off the dead roots. They will only soil the media. I think that's enough. This is what's gonna be. That's all the roots. The roots on the harveyanum aren't that good. They're worse than I would have expected, but it is what it is. I might have waited too long. This one is going back in its small pot because, well, more than enough room for growth. So that will stay in its own pot. Let's have a sip of coffee first. Here we go, repotting. Let's do the harveyanum first. I'm still using orchiata bark. The quality has gone backwards a bit. A few big ones just to make some crocking. Take the orchids, Dendrobium harveyanum. I clean it off. The bark that didn't want it to come off, I left it there. So some fresh media for you. I think it was a bit overdue. There was a little bit of mold in there for quite a while already, but I didn't dare to repot it without new roots growing because, well, harveyanum can be quite a fuzzy one, and if you set it back, you'll set it back for a while, for quite a while. It already takes long before new growth starts. You can imagine how long it takes till new growth start when you're not at the right time and you butcher your plants or your harveyanum. So I kept on waiting and waiting till it was the right time. I think I need to put the stake back in. Well, it's holding on for now, but I'm not quite sure if it will hold on longer. And just grab the biggest cane, and that will make it secure. There we go. Well, grow on, my friend, and I hope I will see your blooms in the next winter or spring. But first you need to grow nice new growths. You can see, well, you can see that new root there. It can push on now. maybe, just maybe, just as I did with it when I repotted it the last time, maybe I will put some tiny pieces of moss just around the base of the growth, just to keep the moisture for a little bit longer. But most of the time I will do that when I'm done judging how well how the roots are growing. If the roots aren't going that well, I for sure will put some moss in it. I should have taken off the old flower spikes. There we go. That tidies up quite a bit. It's looking better already. There we go. And I should have taken off all these sheets. I should have done that when I was at the sink. Ah well. For the orchid, it ain't no problem, all those old sheets on there. But you can see how it tidies up when you take off the sheet. So they don't need to be all gone, but just a few. The ones that are hanging off can come off. I don't mind if they look a bit tatty. Well, tatty if they look like an orchid would look without me tidying it up all the time. So that'll be enough. So she is going to be in a bigger pot. Some quacking down below. Where is the new growth? There is the new growth. But the direction, I'm gonna put it quite in the middle. Because, well, you can see it's growing from there to there. So a bit more in the middle, but still slightly to the back. There we go. I think I potted it a bit too high. Well, the base will stay clean then, but I might need a stake nonetheless. A little stake then, but well, maybe not. Yes, it does. I have no stake present. Well, I found a little stake and I'm going to, where am I going to stake it? Just right down in there. Oh man. It's much less firm in the pot as I would hope. So and this is the repotting done. Let's have a closer look. There we go. That's one. That's the Dendrobium harveyanum with its new growth and its new roots starting. And this is Dendrobium Niep crossed with aberrans and crossed back to aberrans, which will soon start its new roots and probably some more new growths too. One growth just see the base of this Dendrobium is very high, but it was very rock hard bottom with lots of roots, or old root stumps, attached bark. So I'm gonna give it a water, and I'll see you soon on another honeybees and orchids video. Have a nice day. Houdoe.